Welcome to the Word for 2022. Today we're in Ezra chapter 4. As you begin this chapter, you will read in verse 1 that the enemies of Judah and Benjamin heard that the exiles were building the temple of the Lord. And when they did hear that, they sought to do three things. First, they tried to get on the inside, to join the work of God. Why? So they might disrupt the work that was being done, to sabotage it from the inside. When that didn't work, then they tried to discourage them on the outside by working against them. Anything they could do to stall the work of God. And then they made accusations to politically stop the work altogether. The enemy tried to sabotage it on the inside, then stall it from the outside, and then eventually stop it altogether. Our enemy, the devil, uses the same tactics today against the church. Satan wants to get inside the church so he might stop the work of God. He wants to sabotage it if he can get on the inside. How does he do that? First, he tries to get pastors and those in the church to change the message, to water it down. Instead of focusing on, "Thus saith the Lord," well, did God really mean what he said? And the Bible, it was written so long ago, it's just not relevant for today. So we need to change the message, water it down. Not only that, Satan wants to get us to focus on the wrong objectives. Instead of being right with God, living a holy life, he wants the church to talk about how to be successful and happy today. Satan, he wants the church to accept that which God rejects. He wants us to promote that which God abhors. Satan, he wants us to, instead of teaching the Bible, he wants the church to simply share self-help principles. And then, don't use the word sin, but rather use the terms habits and hang-ups. All of these are a way to water down the power of the message of God. Satan, he has infiltrated many Christian colleges and many Christian churches. He wants to sabotage the work of God by doing it on the inside. And just like the enemy tried to stall the work of God on the outside here in Ezra, he does the same today. He tries to discourage us in social media. If you speak against the culture, if you talk about that which is politically correct, if you disagree with what is said, you're canceled. In the entertainment world, Christians are blacklisted for not joining the majority and promoting that which Hollywood wants to promote. And in the entertainment field, Christians are typically portrayed as ignorant, uneducated, racist, and bigoted. In the field of education, faith is typically not welcomed. Creation is taught as a theory, while evolution is taught as a fact. History is also being rewritten. In the public arena, the Ten Commandments are removed. Anything that speaks of accountability to God cannot be seen. Biblical values are ridiculed. There's a removal of historical reminders. And if you're seeking to work in government, it's as though you're disqualified simply by wanting to stand upon what God has said in His Word. If you share what the Bible teaches, well then the Bible is considered hate speech. It seems as though all other religions are accepted, but Christianity is rejected. You can't pray in the name of Jesus. And if you continue to go against the flow, then your 501c3 status, that can be removed. And very soon the church will be seen as being detrimental to society. As you read this chapter, in verse 24, it says that the work of God was delayed. It came to a standstill. But as you continue to read, it then resumed in Ezra chapter 6, when King Darius issued a decree to continue to rebuild the house of God. As you read a chapter like this, we need to remember that God is on the throne, that His plans, His purposes will never be stopped. Yes, God does permit opposition for a time, but His promises and His word will always be fulfilled. So, despite opposition, setbacks, and difficulties, we need to continue to trust, to be faithful, and to be obedient. And always remember that God is on the throne. Thank you for joining the Word for 2022.